Your phone buzzes, your laptop glows with 10 open tabs, and even in bed, your thoughts just won't stop shouting. Do you ever feel like your own mind is just too loud to live inside? Somewhere in Japan, there's a hidden principle called Kunosekai, the world of emptiness, that quietly dissolves this noise. In this video, you'll see how one ordinary, overwhelmed person discovered it and completely rebuilt their way of living. Her name is Rina. She's a 24-year-old marketing assistant, and on the outside, her life looks incredibly productive. But inside, it's shattered. Her days are a frantic blur of hopping between emails, chats, and meetings. And her nights, they're spent doom scrolling until her eyes burn. Her thoughts are always racing. Her chest tightens just before she tries to sleep, and even something as simple as reading a book feels impossible. She's tried everything: new productivity apps, fancy planners, more coffee, stricter schedules. Nothing lasts. Secretly, all she wants is a calm morning, the ability to focus, and quality time with the people she loves. Rina's breaking point arrives on a gray Tuesday. She completely forgets an important campaign deadline and watches her boss's face fall in disappointment. Her heart starts racing, her hands are shaking, and a wave of shame and panic crashes over her. That night, she whispers to herself, "I can't live like this anymore." Desperate for a solution, she starts searching online for anything related to calm, and she stumbles upon Zen, Japanese ideas of emptiness, and a strange phrase, Kunosekai. The next day at work, a colleague named Sora notices Rina's jittery eyes and the way she constantly checks her phone. Sora gently invites her for tea. In the quiet of the break room, Sora starts talking about Kunosekai. She explains that it's not a dead, cold emptiness, but a clear, open space where thoughts can drift by like clouds in the sky, and action can flow effortlessly. She even mentions brain scans that show how the mind's chatter circuits quiet down during meditation and flow states, which actually boosts creativity, learning, and emotional balance, especially when compared to a mind that's bombarded with non-stop stimulation. Rina doesn't start with a week-long silent retreat. Her first step is much smaller. She starts with just 60 seconds. 1 minute of intentional breathing before she even touches her phone in the morning. Then a 5-minute empty space walk around her block with no music, no podcasts, just the sound of her own footsteps. At first, these tiny rituals feel almost laughably small, like they couldn't possibly make a difference. But then she thinks about the alternative: more burnout, shallow focus, an endless cycle of comparison, and a life lived on autopilot forever. Suddenly, those small actions feel incredibly important. The journey isn't a straight line. Some days, Rina forgets everything. She wakes up, grabs her phone, and gets sucked into her social media feeds before she even remembers her breathing practice. And when she realizes it, the guilt hits hard. But Sora explains that this isn't failure. It's just old wiring firing off. Kunosekai isn't about achieving perfect, unbroken silence. It's about gently beginning again and again. Every single time she returns to her practice, it's proof that she's still walking the path. Months pass. Rina now works in long, quiet blocks of time, often surprised at how easily hours can slip by while she's in a state of deep focus. In conversations, she finds herself listening more slowly, noticing the pauses between words, the expressions on people's faces, even the sound of the wind in the trees on her walk home. These tiny emptiness rituals don't feel like a chore anymore. They feel natural. They're a part of who she is. Science might call this improved attention and emotional regulation. She just calls it discovering a self that exists deeper than all the noise. And now it's your turn. You can start this journey too. Choose one tiny Kunosekai ritual to try today. Maybe it's 60 seconds of silence before you look at your phone, or taking 3 deep breaths before you speak in a meeting. Let me know what you choose. Comment below with "I choose emptiness over noise," or tell us what your 7-day practice will be. Share this video with a friend whose mind also feels a little too crowded. Remember, we find our flow together, and you're never alone on this path. Thanks for watching.